Hi gang, Tom here. I thought we'd do a little Halloween something because, well, where I left off with that urn and I did some open segments, the resin did not flow into my open segments. So for the second time, I cut those two off. So we're going to make my urn solid, and I'm waiting for some parts to come for that urn. And so that's another story. So I thought, well, instead of waiting, we're going to make an open segment, and that way I can show Earl's open segment jig one more time, maybe a little better. And we're going to start from the beginning. And my wife's just starting to get into turning. She did a couple pens last week, and she's turned a little bit before, but not on her own. So I said, why don't you make a little pumpkin open segment, and you can do it all. So we're going to start from scratch again. So just rough, make a solid base. We're going to make this out of pine. So I'm going to put about a 4-inch base diameter. And we're going to have about 5 stacks of rings. And just make it a 5 or 6-inch pumpkin. So, first thing we do is make your segs. So, you look up on Earl's chart. Okay, I want a 5-inch ring to go on top of my solid. And we went with 12 segments is what we want to do. We don't want to mess around doing a lot of segments around there. So 12 segment ring says we need 10.5 degrees. Cut the segments at 10.5 degrees. So I set this with the blade with this 10.5 degrees. Okay, so it's all set. It also says the segments, which as you know are this shape, they have to be 0.937 at 10.5 degrees, and that's all you need to know. So 0.937 is the width, 10.5 degrees, 12 segments per ring. Okay, so I had one cut here. So from here to here you measure 9.37, and that's what should be here. And I cut a couple off to check. And these are 0.936. What do we need? 0.937. We're going to go with that. Okay, so we got it all set up. That was easy. So I'm going to get some 1-inch strips of pine and cut about 6 rings with 6 times 12, 72 pieces. We're going to make them 1 inch wide. That's plenty to glue on top of one another and turn down the outside. We're not going to turn down the inside of this pumpkin. What's the sense? So we got the width set. So I'm going to cut some 1-inch strips, and I'll cut all the rings. Like that'll be one ring. I'll put all the pieces in it, and another ring, so on and so forth. Then we'll go over to the lathe, and that'll glue them all up one at a time. We're going to go through using that again, and then she'll glue on maybe 2 rings, and she'll turn them down, and glue on 2 more and turn them down. And like I said, it's only going to be about this high, and then she's going to figure out how to make a lid, sit down on top of the pumpkin. And so we'll be back when I get all these 72 pieces cut, and she can set up the jig and the open segment jig, and we'll do this real quick. Alright, thank you. Okay, we got 2 layers glued on the base, so she's practiced taking them down round and where they're supposed to be. I know we should have taken off that thing spinning, but she has to learn to be careful too. But yes, that's dangerous. I did sand the edges, so it really can't cut you around the edges of that thing, but still, it should be off of there, I know. So I already said it. Why don't you stop it and check it and see how it's coming. Make sure none of the segments are loosening up.
Looks pretty good. So I have to take it down to here.
Yep, and then form the whole thing. It's coming. Yep, just keep going because you got to build it coming out this way. So that's good. That's excellent. See that? It looks good too. You don't have any grooves in it? Okay, we'll be back when she gets this down and a little bit further. I'm really thinking about taking that off. I'm afraid she's going to hit it. Okay, we're back. We decided to glue on the rest of the segments because I wanted to get that spinning jig plate out of the way. That made me nervous. So all we did was glue on the rest of the rings. And I told her just to, I don't know, try to shape it up. It's going to be a weird shaped pumpkin, I guess, but hey. So she's just using our 5/8 bowl gouge and trying to put some kind of a shape to it. And now we're going to go in and make a recess in the lid so we can make a top for it. So we didn't want to, we tore the jig down because you didn't need to see any more of that. It's so simple to operate. I think you guys and girls saw how it works. So we've had to shut this camera off so many times. We ran the battery power out twice. Brand new battery. And then the glue wouldn't stick. So I opened up a new container of glue and that seemed to have worked. So now I think we're good to go for the next video. So, while she's turning that down, but in the end of October, we're going to have a drawing, wrong way, Tom, for 2 winners, an 8-inch caliper, 3-piece 8-inch caliper set, and then the second place winner will be a Axe wood paste kit. And what we're going to do is, I don't think it's not going to be this video. It'll probably be our next video. You have to subscribe because we're going to use the picker. And the only way that your name's going to get picked is if you subscribe and then you put a comment. Or you can just type in Axe. I don't care what you type in the comments, but and then we're going to use the picker because it is a lot of work to hand write everybody's name on a little piece of paper, fold them up, throw them in a hat, and that is the good old-fashioned way. It's too much. The last time we did that, I had like 400 names I had to put down and fold up and put in the hat. And so, just like everybody else, we're going to let the YouTube contest picker, whatever they call it, pick a name. We are going to even be one step more generous, and the caliper set has to be a U.S. address, because I don't know what they'd say at customs. But the second place drawing, which is our wood paste, we will send overseas. It's a $39 bill just for the shipping, but so people overseas has a chance to win something. We'll pick up the $39 charge also and ship the paste overseas. So we'll let you know which video the contest is going to be, so you guys have time to sign up, subscribe, and then just type something in the comments so your name will be entered in the drawing. Okay, so enough of that. We'll talk about more of that on the next. Where are we at with this? Let me in there with the camera and let's see what we got here. Boy, it doesn't look bad though. It looks pretty nice. Sometimes I think pine is so soft it's harder to turn than a good hardwood. But, yeah, it's a weird pumpkin, but I think we might have to go with that because I think I can bring this down some more. But I'm not sure. But we're going to call it a pumpkin after a little bit. Okay, we'll be back when we go to cut the lid in and make the stem. Okay, we just found a little piece of pine, 1x4, and she turned it down, and we're getting tired of this. Too many hours in on this learning pumpkin. So yeah, make it somewhat smooth, and let's forget it. She's gonna paint it anyway. This was just to learn how to handle some tools. We don't really care what the pumpkin looks like. That should do it. We're painting it, so yeah. Get your Tommy bars up there and take it out and let's paint it.
All right.
Yeah, you might want to blow it off a little bit. Yeah, here's the paint. Let's go outside. Boy, is it bright out here today. Fall's trying to come, but oh, I can't see what I'm videotaping here. Here's the famous pumpkin. Can't get the paint open.
There we go.
Oh boy, fluorescent orange.
That's all they had.
Try to keep the sun in my back. It's hard to see the monitor, guys. The sun's shining in it. Alright, put the lid on it and let's call it quits. Yeah, you forgot to, let's do the lid.
Yeah, this somewhere. That might be pretty good.
It's gonna run what you just did on top there.
I'll try. I see it.
Alright, enough of this. Okay. The great pumpkin. I think she put one of those tea lights in here. Those fake deals. Oh, it even looks like it flickers. That's something. Turn the light off, see if it shows. I don't know.
Want me to turn the other light out?
Yeah, because it really isn't showing up much.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Okay, turn the lights back on. I can't see. So, okay, that's enough of this pumpkin thing. So we'll be coming out with one next week. I gotta make an urn. Actually, I have to make 2 urns. So, alright folks. I hope we didn't bore you too much. Okay, see you next time. Don't forget about our contest, but I'll tell you more about that on the next video. Bye for now.